Hello everybody, today we're going to do a MOC, my own creation, for those of you that don't know what that means. I designed a ship, a big ship with lots of cannons and sails, which I had custom made based off of the same dimensions of an older set, but these were made to order for me and for this model. So, I have left space for my computer to get the directions in front of me, and without further ado, let's build it. There she is, La Brique Royale. That's the name I came up with after I actually finished building it. I didn't have it in my mind at the beginning of the build, but, you know, it seems right to me. Now, this ship was not built or designed after any specific set. The only similarity at all is to the Caribbean Clipper, whatever, and those blue sails, because I always liked the blue sails, but those are probably some of the most expensive sails to get. For the originals of. So that front bottom sail actually is an original Caribbean Clipper. But everything else was made by OK Brickworks, and he is it's a site that makes recreations of Lego sails of any type that's already been made, and they are high quality, very, very highly recommended. So as for this, I started it off with how many cannons I wanted, because you never get enough cannons in a Lego ship. And this time I wanted there to be just a bunch of them. Unbeatable. The other thing I wanted to do was to more than less, make it modular. You have to disconnect a couple strings, and frankly, the bowsprit it tends to fall off a little easily when you're trying to manipulate it. But overall, it is modular, so that you can access everything in here. There's an armory. It's tough to see, but they have a bunch of muskets and pistols and swords in there. You also have the brig, of course, for any captured pirates. And, you know, these blue coats aren't monsters. They want to give the guy a little bit of comfort. There's some sailcloth and hay. And then, of course, we have the galley, because everyone's got to eat. They got fish, they got fruit, they got eggs, and, you know, they're master chef. Otherwise, bottom deck here, plenty of cannons, and the cannon crew. Here's the mid deck. I actually redid this as well after the build. You'll notice in the speed build that the crew's beds are actually connected to a different part, but it wasn't very stable. So I separated their stuff rolling around, you know, near the windows from the beds and attached the beds to the mid deck. So now when you put it together, it's a complete crew quarters and everything else is much more stable. Here's the captain's cabin. Of course, he has his own door, nice little architecture, around it, because it's the captain. He's got to be in some, he's got to be in a swinging spot. He's got all his furniture. He's got a nice bed there attached to the wall, his map, and of course, treasure. Every captain needs to have his treasure right on hand. And close that lid. Don't want it rolling around at sea. And you click it right back on. On the main deck, you've got plenty of crow's nests and rigging to climb on. You got you got plenty of places to stand. I'm just watching this, waiting for things to break in my hands. But I edited those parts out. Under the forecastle, you got some barrels, and you click that right back on. And everything is just so that you know where the other parts need to go around it and against it. And then the top deck above the captain's cabin. Not much to see here, but you need your navigator, you need your admiral giving orders with the telescope. Click that string right back onto the flag there, and it gives you just enough tautness so that the entire rigging situation works very well. I also accumulated quite a nice large crew for this ship. I got some original guys, I got some new guys, and then I made up my own, cannon crew and galley cook. I took the governor and admiral from a couple of other sets that I already had because I just wanted to really do it up in every single possible way on this ship. I wanted to go all out. And frankly, I'm very proud of this. I haven't quite gone to such a scale for a MOC before, other than buildings. I certainly haven't done anything like this with the rigging and a lot of things that just were not easy to do in studio. I think there will be some alterations to come, but overall I hope you like this. Keep on building.